You're losing money and you just don't care. Or do you? We lose money to inflation, taxes, debt, and big business. But one is silently killing your income every day. Hey, it's your favorite educator here, Rashida Roberts, here at the Cashflow Convo, brought to you by Target-Financial.com, where we're talking about how to increase your cash flow and the crucial cash flow conversations about our everyday finances with real people and real results. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Thanks for stopping by to get a dose of money motivation. Don't forget to crush the like button. Tell us where you're from. Leave us a message and share this episode with family and friends. Go to thecashflowconvo.com to check out more of our resources and to be a guest on our show. We want to hear real stories, real questions, and real results from everyday folks. So, today's episode, we are recapping why you don't need more money and the first of the 4 challenges stopping you from keeping the money you already have. And yes, we still believe that you don't need more money. So, Cashflowers, listen to this. I always feel bad telling people things they don't want to hear, okay? But I had to tell you guys last week, you don't need more money, right? But I kid you not, 1 to 2 days after releasing last week's episode, I was talking to an associate, and they were telling me they used to work at the bank, and a client of the bank had won $3 million. $3 million. Can you guys believe that? Most of us dream that we could win $3 million. I think the most I've ever won was $25. But $3 million this person won. What would you have done with it? Do you think you would have saved it? Do you think that this person did well with it? Well, let's talk about that for just a second. So the guy ends up, winning the $3 million, but the bank tried to get him in to educate him and counsel him. And within 2 years, guys, he did not have the money. He didn't have the money. So you see, you guys say, hey, we need more money, or more money is always the issue or the problem. But 9 times out of 10, when people get more money, they still waste it. They don't do what's right. And so you need the education. Not only did this individual end up, losing all the money in 2 years, bro, you lost the money in 2 years. Okay. So besides that, got into 2 different accidents, accidents, and bought 2 new cars. And on top of that, lost the house that he had. And so the individual ended up worse than what he started with than when he had the money. Okay. So more money. Hey, we quote our man back in the day, more money, more problems. Okay. You guys know who that is. But, so people don't need more money. We just have to stop thinking like that. All right. In some instances where people are actually doing well as far as budgeting and making sure they pay certain things and they don't have enough money, but they're actually good with money, that's a difference. Okay. But most of Americans don't need more money. So let's just think of it like this. 78% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So either you're in the 78% or you're in the 22% of the people who have it together. 22% of the people who can withstand a pandemic. 22% of the people who can pay for a $500 to $1,000 emergency, can live 3 to 6 months without a job. Okay. Are you within the 22%? And we're not talking about taking money from retirement. This is just the money that they have set aside in order to handle emergencies. Okay. And so I can guarantee we all know someone living paycheck. We all know someone living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. Either we've been there ourselves at one point, or we're there now because of the pandemic and things like that. Or we know somebody, right? So if you have ever gotten a random cash app from a friend or family member, y'all know that hurt your heart, right? Like, because especially when they don't even have the heart. Sometimes we think it's just the decency, but they don't even have the heart to ask, because, guys, that's a whole nother topic, but it's because the underlying issues is that finances scare people. We feel ashamed. Okay, it makes us uncomfortable. Why? Because the people who we grew up with and we talk to who have made it uncomfortable. Society makes it uncomfortable, right? And so now, because you're so uncomfortable to deal with and talk about the issues of finance, you don't even get what you actually need. You don't get the education you need. You don't get the understanding that you need in order to thrive and actually triumph over the money thing, right? Because that is privy to certain people, okay? People who grew up with financial education, people who have no problem talking to their kids about money, people who are teaching their kids to, hey, put a percentage here as giving, put a percentage here for saving, put a percentage here to pay all of your bills, put a percentage here, we're going to invest, okay? So some people have been getting these lessons all of their life, and others, some of us, we just feel ashamed. Like, we don't even want to ask for money. We will go, in the sake of saying I'm independent and I can do it and I got this, we'll go charge on a credit card, instead of, or we'll go get a payday loan, or we'll go pawn some things or whatever. And so the thing is that we need to talk about it, y'all. And the problem is that we're not. And so that's what's keeping us broke. Okay. And I'm going to put myself into the pot because I've been there. I've been broke. Okay. Broke. All right. The make $1 out of 15 cents broke. Okay. Give you $1 and go to the store broke. Okay. What we going to do with this? Right. So, and just to be, be transparent and to kind of ease up the conversation about these. I don't have all of the knowledge in the world because there's so many different things about finances. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to talk to different people about finances, real people with real results. Okay. And yes, we'll invite some experts on the show, but let's just talk, listen, whether you're driving, whether you're at home. Okay, we got to get this money thing down because, for years and years and years, everybody has a plan for our money. So it's time for us to make our plans, all right? Okay, because I know you've been there. You've been there, right? Paid on a Friday and wondering when the next paycheck day is going to be on that same day. All right. I'm the one who always used to pay their bills on time. Baby, I would pay my bills and be broke by the end of the day. The paycheck hit at 5 a.m. By the end of the day, I would be broke because I would make sure I paid my bills first. Okay. And at some point, it was just like, man, there has got to be more to life than just paying bills. I definitely was not paying myself first. Okay. So we got to figure out how we can get from Friday to Monday without feeling like, okay, what am I going to do for the rest of these 2 weeks, for the rest of this month? Because it is not pretty when you get paid on a Friday, but you broke by Monday. Okay. So I just aim to kind of lighten that up, hopefully for all of us, because it's just a dang shame the things I know now in a matter of months that I never knew. Okay. Shout out to public education. Shout out to FAM. Okay. To everyone who bypassed such important topics and didn't educate us, especially after having 2 degrees, signed a bunch of promissory notes and on. Right. Okay. Want me. But we're going to get it all together. Right. We are going to get it together. So make sure you make your own mantra, put I am in there, and make sure you manifest it and say that you are going to get these finances together if they're not already. Okay. And if you got yours together, teach your kids. Okay. Help a friend out. Okay. Now I know everybody's not going to receive everything, but we got to help each other out. So now anyway, hey, I just want you to think how much money has gone through your hands in this lifetime. If you start adding that up, how much money has gone through your hands in this lifetime? I'm going to give you some time to think. Just think about it. Okay, some of us have probably already seen $1 million and have nothing to show for it. We cannot continue to live like that. In 3 weeks, the pandemic had us thinking the apocalypse was becoming of our society because people could not afford the normal things that they needed. Their house, their food, their car payments. Okay. That's crazy. Okay. Not even individuals, as businesses. So that tells me right there that we are operating with way too much debt. Okay. Even though that's not the topic for today. In 3 weeks, guys, we were not prepared. Okay. I'm thankful that the information that I received just over finances, just learning different things. And so I've been reading over, since 2019, I've just learned so much, right? And so I'm so thankful for just prepping, and I'm thankful that my job was needed, right? I'm in the needed sector. So I didn't get laid off or anything. So that is thankful. And I'm pretty sure everybody would have been okay had they had a job that, wasn't, cut, right? So with that said, let's get to it. All right. We're still trying to get out of this pandemic. We're still trying to do things and get everything right. All right. So some of you have the money to do everything you need. You just need the discipline. All right. So let's stop getting emotional about this money thing and just get some knowledge. Right. And then once we get the knowledge, we just got to make the changes. And that's just what has to happen. All right. So what are the 4 challenges that take our money? Well, let's start with the first one. And that is inflation. Your money is losing value. Okay. What is inflation? Your money losing value. Okay. Just think about this. Okay. So I kind of think about back in the day when I used to go to Georgia to stay with my grandma. Grandma could give us $1 and we walk up to the corner store. And baby, y'all know I would come back with so much candy. I would have change, okay? Change. And we would sit at the counter asking the clerk, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this. And, they would just grab the little candies and put them in there. And that used to be so liberating, guys. But, that bag was at least a 1/3 full. Okay, it was a good. Now, let me walk into the store today and try to get $1 worth of candy. What am I coming back with? If I'm coming back with anything, because you go to the dollar store, you might find some things for 50 cents, but it ain't going to be much, okay? Enough to put in my pocket. That's about it. All right, so inflation, though, is what causes our money to lose value. So it's the prices of things going up. And so, that same dollar, I can't buy as much with it. So your buying power is lost. All right. It's like the Black Panther. You never see him coming. Right. So it snatches your money up in the darkest parts, in the darkness of the night. And we don't even think about it. We don't think about it. So we don't do anything about it. Okay. So ask yourself, what is the high dollar amount now of something than at a different time period of your life? Right. You don't even have to go that far back. Okay. If you just go pre-pandemic and think about some of the things that you're paying for now, how much they cost versus before the pandemic. All right. So, I know some people were price gouging, but there are still some things that have been inflated. All right. And you're going to see some things that are going to be inflated after a pandemic, because hey, government got to get their money back. All right. But listen to this. Can you believe, like in the 1950s, some colleges, their tuition was like $600. Okay. Come on. Tuition at $600. Now, I know you have to factor in the cost of living during that time period, but I still know that during that time, $600, and looking at now, that's like a total bargain, right? So I even remember paying in the 90s, very late 90s, I was paying 95 to 99 cents a gallon for gas. Man, $5 to $10, I was so good. Okay, so when prices going up means the value of your dollar goes down. It does not hold the same buying power as it once did. So that's one way that inflation hurts us. All right, how else does it hurt us? Well, you know that savings that some people are bragging about. You know that, oh yeah, I got $5K or $10K sitting in my savings account. Bro, sis, man, woman, no. No. Your savings account? How much is your savings account making? How much interest is your savings account making? Probably very, very little. Okay? Unless you have like a high yield savings account, or some type of money market account where they're giving you some special interest or something like that. Okay. So we don't want to keep it in the savings because, again, when inflation goes up, the value of your dollar is still going down while it's sitting there because your money's not growing and earning anything. The value of your dollar is going down. Okay. And just think, if you just leave your money, which reminds me, I need to make a move on one of my accounts before I incur some fees, because if you just leave your money sitting in a savings or even sometimes a checking account, then the fees themselves can just eat up your money. So just having a stagnant account does not help you. And so you always want to try to outpace inflation. And we'll talk about how to do that. All right. So just leaving your money in savings, not good because it's not earning any interest. Okay. I think about all kind of biblical, I wouldn't say tales, but stories that were talked about with, the talents and things like that. And hey, you're keeping the money, like you went and get the money. It's not earning any interest. So that's not good. Okay. So let's be smart with our money. First part of investing and making money is to never lose money. All right. You guys can look up who said that. And then you can start studying his ways. All right. So another way, all right, that we lose money is saving. Well, I wouldn't say savings, but investments. Okay. Because inflation cuts into, saving that gets a specific return. And so you want to make sure your investment. So for instance, let's think about, like if you have a bond or some type of, account that has like a fixed rate. Okay. Because let's say if that fixed rate was at a certain point and it's not outbeating inflation. So again, it's kind of going along with, your savings account. But some of us put our money into, different money market accounts or bonds, and or it can be a certificate of deposit. If it's not out, if the investment, the rate of return is not outpacing inflation, then that means that you're still going to be losing money. Okay. But they do have certain things, like some inflation protected investments. And so those are things that you would talk to about with your financial advisor or planner, in order to figure out how to protect that. your money. Okay. Especially once you start getting around retirement, you definitely want to make sure any of your investments are outpacing inflation, because people have, we have plans for our money. Okay. Whether it's to use for ourselves and also to leave to our family members. And we don't want certain things like this silent income killer taking our money, because where does it go? Where does it go back to you? Okay. All right. And then another way, reason number 4, okay, how it hurts you is through pay raises or not pay raises. Okay. So when the cost of goods go up, right, employers feel this as well, right? They're affected just as much as employees are affected from day-to-day costs. All right. So it costs more to run the business or the company. All right. And so you can say bye-bye to that raise, or it's definitely going to be way less than what you thought it would be. All right. So because this one area is so slick, we don't think about it most of the time. The best way to stop inflation is to make sure you outpace it. Okay. By doing what? By putting your money in a place, investments, where you can make a minimum of at least 6 to 7%. Okay. That could be, stocks, and it could be ETFs, indexes, private reserve accounts. You could put it into individual retirement accounts, IRAs. You could put it into, for business owners, SEPs. Okay, there's so many different areas, different things that you can do. Then there's so many different laws where people can put their money in order to outpace inflation. And that's something that, financial planners and work with you to help you. All right. A good financial planner is definitely going to help you. Right. But you got to be careful too. Okay. Because they want to collect their fees as well. And some fees can also eat away at your money. Okay. And that's not even inflation fees. I'm talking about, account fees. So you have to watch all of that. Right. Remember, the person who is more informed or most informed is going to get the better deal. All right. Because they know the right questions to ask and they know what to look out for. And so, that even that one little penny that's being taken, if somebody was taking a penny, they would be able to pay attention to that and catch it. All right. So you don't want your money being eaten up by fees as well. All right. So most of us don't beat inflation because we don't get 6 to 7% pay raises on our job. We wait all year and we get 50 cents, a quarter, okay, sometimes $1, right? So I totally remember I used to wait for those pay raises in my 20s, and at some point I was like, I can't do it. I need to make some more, right? I need to make some more money, all right? Made more money, still got into debt, right? Instead of figuring out how I can keep all my coins, I was still trying to hustle, work, and get more coins. Alrighty. So we have to kind of change our mind of thinking, because through inflation, through taxes, through big business, and through debt, your money lies right there and you're just not seeing it. And so you have to refocus your energies to work smarter and not harder, right? Let your money work for you. Let people who are experts work for you, right? So if you're at a point where you can start investing, then get to it, all right? Get a financial advisor if you can afford one, or check out our Financial Edge membership where you can get access to certified financial planners, tax experts, credit repair experts, bill negotiators. Guys, these guys will negotiate your bills to help you save more of your money, right? So go to howtoditchdebt.com. Again, that's howtoditchdebt.com to look at our membership, or text Cashflow Combo to 832-713-7512. All right. And I just want to take a quick shout out right here to Kalani on the Beat. for laying down our podcast track. You guys check him out on IG or FB at Kalani on the Beat. That's KALANI on ON Beat BEAT. And let us know what you think in the comments. Is it fire, y'all? Is it fire? Okay. Yes, I'm gonna have to get somebody to flow on that. I might come through. All right, so I'm not a rapper or anything, okay? I just love a good beat, though. I do love a good beat. So today, guys, we solidified again that you need to shift your mindset about needing more money. You need more education. Okay, I'm an educator, so I love education, but we know that education did us dirty, right? They did us dirty. We didn't learn everything that we needed to learn. We got that half a semester economics class, that half a semester government class. Woo, child. And that's the reason why government and educated citizens, and this is why we're in trouble right now, okay? So that's a whole nother topic and a whole nother subject, all right? So somebody else, I'm going to let somebody else work on that. We need to change those education standards, and we need more education in this one area, all right? So anyway, so one of the ways that we're constantly losing money is by way of inflation, all right? And that's not even talking about the taxes, the debt, the big business traps, okay? And that take more of your hard-earned dollars, all right? Even though this episode is not about big business, but guys, it's about to come up. So definitely keep your eyes open. Don't spend your money emotionally, all right? Because when you don't plan, you plan to fail, right? When you don't aim at a target, you will always miss. So put your money in place. Put your money in a place to get agreeable returns. Stop hoping without action. Stop spending and being emotional. And please take your money out of that savings account that is earning you 0.0001% each year. All right. So, guys, I'm going to see you next week as we continue to tackle the 4 challenges robbing you of your money. Don't forget to follow us by going to the cashflowconvo.com. Crush the like button, leave us a comment, and share this post.